Thank you. Aisha Husney on Capitol Hill. Want to go to William Jacobson, the Cornell University law professor. Professor, what do you think of this? And what is your perception of whether that is a rampant issue, anti-Semitism at your fine school and some of these others?
Well, it is. I mean, it's been a festering problem now for 2 decades on campuses. It's a result of many different things, but one of the things that's most prominently a result of is the racialization of education, where everything is viewed through a racial lens, and coalitions against Israel are built around students of color, their term, and Jewish students are singled out and cast aside as, white oppressors. So it's a real problem.
All right, we appear to be having some audio problems there. Professor, again, if you can still hear me, we're having some problem with your tracking here, but I think what you're saying, it is a problem. I'm just wondering then whether the efforts to get to the bottom of it and address it on Capitol Hill are going to help. What do you think?
I think shining a spotlight on it is very important. I don't think it will change any behavior. These presidents seem completely either oblivious or not being honest with what's going on campuses. For them to say that they welcome diverse viewpoints on campus, whereas various congressmen pointed out there are almost no conservative professors on campus. Let me tell you one other thing. There are almost no openly pro-Israel professors on campus because they don't get hired. And when they do speak out, they get subject to targeting. So campuses are not diverse. They're extremely anti-Israel. They're anti-conservative. And in many regards, they're anti-American.
Now, is it your sense then that the Hamas attacks on Israel and then Israel's response brought all of this out? Until then, it was sort of beneath the surface, because it certainly is wide out in the open now.
I think it was beneath the surface as far as national attention. Those of us who live on campuses, those of us who've been covering what's been happening on campuses, there have been shout-downs of conservatives. There have been shout-downs of pro-Israel speakers. There's been physical intimidation by groups like Students for Justice in Palestine, including at Cornell. So this has been going on. It just didn't get the national attention that it's now received.
All right, Professor, keep us posted on this. Hopefully, cooler, wiser, more fair heads prevail here to make sure everyone gets a fair break. And this type of behavior is no longer warranted or accepted anywhere near your fine campus.